The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, hey, everybody. Good morning, Sydney and other parts of Australia. This is Ken Krell. I'm here on behalf of my friend John Abbott. We had a little bit of a time challenge. I apologize for that. I am currently in Canada and I've been in the United States, and they had a time change on Sunday, and that messed up all the time for me. So John's been texting me, messaging me, "Where are you? Where are you?" And I've been offline because my SIM card isn't connected here to the internet in Canada. So I want to apologize to you guys for any confusion relative to that. We'll start in just a couple seconds here, but I did wanted to acknowledge those of you that are here as a result of being there at the wrong time. So I do want to apologize, or better yet, being there at the right time while I was not there at the wrong time. But in any event, we're going to start in just a couple seconds here. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. So if you could just pop into the chat and let me know that you can hear me all right and where you are at. If you just let me know you can hear me okay, that would be awesome. And it looks like you guys can. So let's see. I've got Carolyn and Sandra and Wendy all here. Just if you would just pop in the chat, let me know you can hear me okay. That would be great. Okay, excellent. So we're going to start in just a second here. I'm going to count down to to three, so we can get to a great place for us to have an archive recording. So I appreciate that, you guys. Thanks. And let's just count it down. Let's get rocking and rolling. I want to give you some great content here. So here we go. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2. Well, hey everyone, my name is Ken Krell. I want to welcome you to today's presentation. You are going to learn how to triple your sales and profits and have your web visitors stick to you like glue, building you a huge list that buys your stuff. And you are in for a huge treat. So welcome. My friend John Abbott wanted me to come and share this information with you. John actually got here about an hour ago because we've had some time challenges. So I do want to acknowledge John, and acknowledge you guys that are here. And if you're listening to this on a recording, and we missed you, I apologize for that as well. You are going to love what you're hearing, whether it is live or whether you're watching this on a replay, because we're going to change everything. My goal for you guys today is this. It's very simple. I want you to walk away knowing the strategies you want to implement immediately to create a dependable, consistent marketing program that brings you prospects, clients, and customers that pay you over and over and over again. It's really that simple. And bottom line is, I want your bottom line to go from here to here. Okay, it's really that simple. So what about you guys? How many of you would be jazzed if you walked away from our workshop today with a real plan on how to make your marketing 3 times more effective? And that means more profitable for your business. And by the way, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions over the course of our presentation today. We'll be going for probably about 75 or 80 minutes or so. So talk to me while we're here together. Okay, we're an intimate group today, and again, if I could be there in person and actually guide you face to face, I would. But the best thing we can do, that's way we can communicate with each other, is for you to use that chat box, as some of you already are. So let's make this a really good conversation where I can help you build your business, boostify, we call it, boostify your business, and really turn the tide for you and make you a lot more profitable, have more fun, so you can play more. So with that said, just pop in the chat, give me a big okay that you got the message, and we're gonna press on here. And it sounds like we probably have some kind of a delay as well coming all the way. I am currently in Canada. I live in Bangkok, so normally I'm on your side of the globe, but tonight, for me, it's tonight. Today, it's midday for you guys in Australia. So here's the thing, you guys. The big problem that you're probably not aware of is that Time Magazine did a report that revealed that 55% of the people that show up on your website are gone within 15 seconds. Within 15 seconds. That's pretty bad. If they're gone in 15 seconds, how are they buying anything from you? Answer is they're not. And that's a problem. We can't afford to have that happen. And so many people aren't aware of just what that's all about and how it's costing you. But it's costing you in giant ways. Additionally, some things to keep in mind is that time on site really, really means money. The Financial Times now measures the engagement of their content, and they'll start beginning to sell ads based on the amount of time people are spending on their website. That's the first. Okay, Upworthy.com. They're calling it attention minutes. Now, they're not charging for the time users spend on their website, but they're thinking about it. And what that means is that time on site becomes even more economically important for you, not just because Google's going to look at you and reward you for that, but also because those that you might want to be doing any kind of business with will value you accordingly. That is giant. Google has a new patent that they applied for recently, and it's all about time on site and bounce rates. And they're basically looking to determine how people engage with your website. The more they engage with your website, the better they're going to reward you when it comes to search results. That's a challenge. We ran this ad recently. It talks about your website having site cancer. Well, over 99% of sites, I believe, do. They just are not structured appropriately to be able to build your business. And we're going to fix that today. Okay, we're going to totally fix that today. Part of the problem is that you're just not aware of what it's all about. So stick around to the very end. I've got something super special for you that we'll give you at the end of the presentation. So make sure that you stick around with us. Guys, there is trouble here in marketing land. There truly is. And let me ask you a question. How many of you guys right now are doing affiliate marketing right now? You're selling other people's stuff on websites, through webinars or whatever else. How many of you are doing affiliate marketing? Just pop in the chat and tell me I'm not, or whatever, so I can kind of adjust this presentation for you. It looks like a bunch of you are already, which is really kind of cool. So good. Well, here's the challenge. If anybody here has been looking to work with Facebook and run ads on Facebook so that you could drive traffic to an affiliate offer, if you're using a platform like JVZoo, as so many people are doing, the problem is that Facebook doesn't like JVZoo, and they block JVZoo's links. They block those links. That's a problem. Now, we have a solution for that. Obviously, it means you can't just go straight from Facebook to JVZoo. It's a problem. So we're going to fix that. What we've done is, rather than send them straight to JVZoo, we send them to our website. So we wanted to promote this thing called OctoSuite. You can see it right over here. We want to promote that. So what we did was we put a link that was iboostify.com, which is our website, /OctoSuite. And what happens is that this is how it appears. This is how the ad appeared. It was acceptable, completely acceptable to Facebook, because we're driving people to our website. Here it is, iboostify.com, OctoSuite, and here's the OctoSuite ad. So what we did was we actually imported OctoSuite's website onto our own site. We did what we call wrapping. We wrapped our branding around OctoSuite, kind of like giving it a digital hug, if you will. And that made all the difference for Facebook, and certainly makes all the difference for you too. I'll show you more about why that's so important over the next few minutes. But a little housekeeping first. The time for you is now, okay? So you take some time to be with us today, and I'm very, very grateful for that, and I'm honored that you have. That's a big responsibility for me. So I want you to make the most of this time. I'm going to give you all I got, and I want you to give yourself the benefit of all of this information. So if you got your cell phone with you, and I'm sure you do, most people have it within 4 feet of themselves, you probably are looking at it right now, put it in the silent or vibrate position. If you got Skype going on your computer, put that on Do Not Disturb, as I've done. I want you to really focus on what I'm going to show you, because it really will change the way you do things, okay? Now, you're going to discover the automatic marketing multiplier that leverages your WordPress site and triples your profits on autopilot. Whoops. And 1 second here, I just lost where we were. Here we go. Okay, and then you're going to learn how to put it all together and get your customers to stick to you like glue. Now, I want to warn you that this is not for small thinkers. Okay, this is going to be something that you've never seen before, and will blow your mind. It really will. And I know that because we created it. And by the way, just like anything else, when you go to a webinar where there's not a fee charge for any kind of presentation, there's always going to be something that the presenter is going to want to offer you. And I don't want to disappoint you for that. So is it okay if I give you some fantastic content that I can share with you exactly how you can participate with us at the end of the presentation? And of course, if it's not okay, you can bail out, of course. But I want to make sure that it's okay with you. And I'm seeing a bunch of yeses. Let's go. So let's rock and roll. Let's take stock at where you are right now. How many of you guys are thrilled and happy with your results from last year? How many are thrilled and happy with the results you've obtained from the last 12 months of your business? I'm listening. What do you think? And the answer is, I've got no way, says Wendy. Absolutely not. No, people are not thrilled at all. And that's the problem. I mean, people are just not thrilled with where the results are. We're going to look to change that today. Sandra says, can do better. Yeah. well, obviously we can always do better, but some people are just so not pleased. Well, here's the thing. I've done studies of this for the past year or actually longer. And here's what you, and as a generic, I didn't ask this particular group, but here's what you guys have said in the generic. You've been active anywhere from 1 to 6 years, spent over $5,000 on marketing, online education and training, and over 80% not happy with their results. That's awful. That's really awful. So what happened? Well, the way I see it, you focused on all the madness, but not on simply making money. The old way of doing business was to throw stuff against the wall and see what stuck. And you go like bright, shiny object syndrome, trying this, trying that, trying this, without really getting to the result that you want. What you've got to do, and what we do, and what I want you to do, is to focus on the one thing. What we do is we look for the bullseye. We look for the center of what's going to give you the most results, the best possible results. Okay. Now, a little bit about me. Just so you understand who you're dealing with over here. This is me, and this is my pet tiger. Well, I am sort of kidding. The tiger is up in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Come visit me, and we'll go to Tiger Kingdom, which is a tiger preserve, and we'll go and we'll play with the tigers. And I will tell you, they are really fun. And these, by the way, these are real like meat-eating tigers. And you can play with the babies, and they jump all over you. It's really fun. For the past 30 plus years, I've trained thousands of people to make millions of dollars in real estate investments and in business. I've created and managed multi-million-dollar projects internationally. But the thing that's really most important, I think, is that 7 years ago, and actually it's 7 years ago and in about 10 days from now, after the global financial meltdown saddled me with losses and debt in the multiple millions of dollars, I had an experience at a movie theater in Miami that left me literally 2 hours from death, and I'm not kidding. I was also like 5 minutes from that hospital just this morning. A skilled heart surgeon saved my life, but it took something more powerful than a scalpel to fix the real cause of the heart attack. Now I'm 59 years old, healthier than I've ever been. I run up 62-story buildings, trek mountains in Nepal, and travel the world. I spent the entire summer in Israel, Portugal, the Czech Republic, a little bit in Canada. It's fun. I'm able to do that because I structured my life that way. You're seeing me at the top of the Banyan Tree Hotel on the left here, just running up 62 stories, and it's a pretty exciting place to be. And so now the world is kind of my oyster, and that's what I do. But the most important thing is this. It's all because I've made a shift. Okay. Today, I want to share that shift with you so that you will never have to go through putting your life at risk as I did. Okay. That's me in the Philippines a few months back. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? All right, let's get real. First of all, I'm going to walk you through some specific strategies and systems that are doing really great numbers right now. But I also want you to understand this, that the numbers we're presenting are certainly not typical because the average person doesn't do anything. And obviously they get zero results. But I'm going to show you exactly what's working for me, for my partners and our clients. And understand this is not get rich quick or anything like that. This is, you got to actually do something. Nothing happens just because you do this law of attraction and you hum a few bars. I mean, you actually have to do something and be real about that. Okay, so what you're going to learn during our time together today is, number one, how to turn your marketing into a more effective, captivating, and energetic client generation machine so you can create new long-term high-profit business while you sleep, even if you're just getting started with no list, no product, and no content. No kidding. Okay, you're going to learn how to get your website visitors to stay with you without any extra effort, so you can build your Google rankings without any SEO tactics. I'm not a big fan of playing the SEO game because I never understood it. I know I can never win it, so why bother, right? Let's do it the way Google wants, and you'll always win. You're going to learn how to avoid getting caught in what I call the hamster wheel of the online prospecting, so you can stop searching and start serving your clients, which means you can finally earn a prosperous living with the people you're doing business with right now. And you're going to learn the new way to build long-lasting, income-stable businesses that you can be proud of and will allow you to be the totalpreneur. That's our branding that has everything. Okay. Now, why is this important to you? It's important because, number one, most marketing strategy you've learned is dead wrong. It's been about megaphone marketing, which is not working anymore. Guys, yelling louder doesn't make you any more sales. People have heard it before. They are desensitized. You got to take a different approach. Okay, people are usually thinking small, and they're not going for the big home run, for the grand slam. You got to think a lot bigger. I had dinner with a friend of mine tonight, and he's putting together a new software business that is remarkable. It's going to revolutionize the way people do the hiring process for major corporations. It is amazing. young man is thinking so big. I was like, wow, you've got a hell of a vision. I don't think I could do that. But that's the way he thinks. That's the way I want you to think as well. Okay. And by the way, it's also because it's been like trying to outsmart Google as if you could possibly do that. Ain't going to happen, guys. They're geniuses over there. Not to sound like I'm disrespectful, but don't try to outsmart Google. Not going to work. This is different today. This is not about get rich quick or do nothing, get paid, or no, it's not about games or shenanigans, and certainly not about flashy tactics or anything like that. We're talking about strategy and systems today, plain and simple. So is this for you? Well, if you sell other people's products and services and want to build your own community while you triple your profits, this is absolutely for you. And if you're a blogger or podcaster or do anything on your website with content and you want to keep them on your site longer and boost your Google rankings without understanding even anything about Google, well, this is totally for you. And if you sell other people's products and services and want to build a community of your own while you triple your profits, this is for you. Oh, yes. Bloggers, podcasters, for you. If you want to help other people build their businesses, it's for you. Guys, if you just want to use YouTube videos to sell other people's products, you're going to love what I show you in a few minutes. And if you want to be among the few online marketers that actually have a thriving, steady, and consistent business, you're going to love what we're doing here, plain and simple. If you want to work less, make more, have more money in the process, this is for you. But it's also not for certain people. If you have no value to offer, don't. Go watch reruns of the Mod Squad or something, right? If you're looking for the magic answer, I apologize, but my crystal ball broke last week. And if you blame other people for your own lack of action, we're not going to get along very well, because I like to call it the way it is, because I know you have the power to change your entire world. My job is to help you do it, right? Does that make sense? You guys with me? Give me a big yes. You guys ready? All right, good, excellent. We are in agreement. Fantastic. Marcel raised his hand. Excellent. Okay, cool. So guys, here's the 5 pillars of profit maximization. I want you to write these down. These are important. Then we'll dive in a bit more deeply. The first is engagement. Engagement. This is really relating to podcasters, bloggers, content people. You want to engage them with you in the conversation, kind of like what we're having today in terms of a conversation. Next is authority, and that's association with celebrity. When you're hanging out with a bunch of different people that are respected, then that respect or that reputation brushes off on you. Okay, it reflects on you. So you want to make sure that you attach yourself with people that are respected and admired. And you'll see how we do that digitally in a few minutes. Next is video. And we'll talk about leveraging YouTube with video. Really, really good. And you do it the way I'm going to show you, it's going to be remarkable. And then number 4 is OPS, other people's stuff. In real estate, we talk about using OPM, other people's money. In our business, we're going to leverage affiliate offers and sell other people's stuff so you don't have to sell any of your own while you're doing your market testing. Really great value there. And then last but not least, we'll bring it on home with magnetic marketing. And that's retargeting and remarketing. And the numbers of that are simply staggering. So hope you're writing this down. Let's dive in a bit more deeply right now. Engagement. I'm going to ask you a question. I need your answer. Ladies and gentlemen, the key to success in business and in life is one word. What is that word? What is the one word that describes the key to success in business and in life? I need your answer. I will hum the Jeopardy theme while I wait. No, I won't hum it just to protect your ears. So what is the number one word that describes the key to success in business and in life? It's one word. What is it? Engagement. Great. Persistence, says Wendy. Okay. I'm seeing trust. I'm seeing integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes together in one word: relationships. Relationships. Thanks for playing. I appreciate it. Relationships. It's the relationship that guides everything. People want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So how do you do that? How do you create a relationship with someone online? Well, start with content. Start with content. Create your own content and post it. Now, that can be the hard way. I began doing that many years ago. Years ago, when I was creating my own real estate practice, I was living in the States. I didn't want to spend money on advertising. I didn't have money to spend on advertising. And the competition in real estate is hard. So what did I do? I created my own content. And this is long before blogs were even in place, before Al Gore invented the internet. I wrote a real estate column in the local newspaper. And that's some bad copies of it, but that's what I did many years ago. And it fed me for 2 years, the 2 years that I wrote it. The newspaper even paid me a couple dollars to do it as well. Now, that was hard work, I have to admit, as I'm writing this column every other week, and I was always writing it at the last minute, like, within seconds before it was due, because we always wait to the last minute, don't we? So it was hard. It was absolutely hard. And I learned to be a writer, but some people don't like writing and don't feel comfortable doing it. So how can you do it without the hassle? Well, the answer is to curate content on your site. Much easier if you curate. It's like being a museum director. The curator of the museum picks the things that he or she wants to put on the walls of that museum, all right, and what's in that exhibit. So you're going to curate what shows up on your site. Much, much more easy. Here's how you do it, okay? This is the Doggington Post. Virtually every article in the Doggington Post was not written by the owner of that website. I know the owner of that website. Okay, so Harlan, who owns it, he curates all this content. Doggington Post was inspired by the Huffington Post. Okay, now Huffington Post has grown over the years, and now they generate a lot of their own content. But when they first started, they used other people to come in. They got content from other people, and they still do, by the way. So you need to have some ground rules on how this is going to work for you. So I want you to make note of these as well. Ground rules are this: number one, it's got to be relevant and meaningful. It's got to be helpful. In other words, it's got to pass the so what test. If you read something or watch something and all you say is, so what, you're not going to share it with anybody else. You don't care about it, and the person that provided it to you has hurt their own reputation. You want to be able to provide value, because if you provide value, then people will share the information. It can go viral, and again, you are respected. Now, if you're thinking, I'm not sure what I can say, let's just get down to something that might seem really silly. If you eat hard-boiled eggs, this will appeal to you. I found a video from someone who did a how-to. It was like 3-minute video or something, and it was how to peel a hard-boiled egg without, the easy way. And I love hard-boiled eggs, so I found a way to peel them that works for me very well. But I wanted to see if this person knew what he was talking about, and it was a guy that was doing the video. So I watched it, and sure enough, he did a great job. It was how I do my eggs. But I was like, wow, this guy's got, I don't know how many views. It was a lot of views on something as pedestrian as how to peel a hard-boiled egg. And by the way, I shared it with my mom, and I shared it with some friends. Like, do you peel your eggs this way? So he got viral stuff out of me. And now, because it was valuable to me and it passed the so what test, I want to look at what he does. I subscribe to his YouTube channel. It provided value. You got to do the exact same thing. And remember, it doesn't have to be like nuclear physics. It's got to be something that's just helpful, okay, or fun. And you've got to give proper credit. This is really important. You've got to give proper credit for 2 reasons. Number one, it's the right thing to do. Number two, when you give proper credit, you do a couple of things. First of all, you acknowledge in your audience's eye that you're not cheating and you're not stealing, that you are a good stand-up person. And number two, when you give credit and you add a link back to the writer's website, then you've helped that person as well, and you've got a really good chance of building a new relationship. So you get that link juice and link bait. Very, very important. So my question for you then is this, okay? How can you do this in a digital basis? Okay, well, let's think about how we can take it to another level. See, you can generate great content and build authority by leveraging the value of other people. Okay, give you an example. This is my friend Laura Betterly. She's known, and this is Michael Gerber, who wrote the book, The E-Myth. This is Mari Smith from Facebook fame, and I'll just go down the line over here. Some really cool people. This is the former U.S. ambassador to Thailand, Christy Kenny, who I adore. Now, I used to never take pictures like this, you guys. I always thought it was incredibly tacky. I thought it was silly. I'd be like, come on, really? This guy, Michael Gerber, has been, 30 years ago, wrote the E-Myth. He's taken a picture with, how many thousands of people. He doesn't know who anybody is. It's like it's got no meaning to me. But when people see me with Michael Gerber and with the U.S. ambassador and with Andy Jenkins and with Ryan Holiday, New York Times bestselling author, and so on, and they know who these people are, it elevates me to their level. As silly as it may seem, that's how it works. That's giant leverage by simply going and getting a picture taken. And these guys love taking their pictures with you. They just love it. Now, Laura's a good friend of mine, so we always take pictures together. But that's the key to really generating a great way to build authority more easily. But how can you do this if you're living in on the top of a mountain someplace under a cone of silence. I mean, if you don't run around to all these events where people are going to be, what do you do? For those of you that are living in Sydney and Melbourne and, the Gold Coast or whatever, it's easy. You're around a lot of people. But for me, I live in Bangkok. I travel a lot. I don't go to a lot of events, or at least haven't in years. How do you do this? Well, the answer, my friends, is this. The solution for us is using what we call a wrap. I mentioned that to you earlier tonight. Or today for you, for those of you in Australia. So this is our logo right here. It's iBoostify.com, and there's our header graphic over here. Below that is my friend Jeff Walker's blog. Okay, and you'll see that it says iBoostify.com/Jeff Walker blog. What we've done is we've wrapped our branding around Jeff's blog. And so now we've associated ourselves directly with Jeff. And I can click around his blog all day long. And by the way, when someone comes in on that site, I can have them opt in to get on my mailing list, or sell them something, or give them a free download, or whatever. I have the complete option to build my list off of that relationship. And the big distinction is that they are on your website when you're doing this. You can completely customize this so that it has your branding at the top and it's on your website, because the longer they're on your site, as we mentioned in the very beginning, the more money you get to make. Google is going to reward you for that. So let's move on. Let's go to our next pillar, number 4, which is video. We're going to learn how to leverage YouTube. YouTube is fantastic. I love YouTube. I don't usually ever watch television anymore. And a lot of people don't these days, which has been interesting. Google, I say they sleep with YouTube. They own YouTube, of course. It's like the second largest search engine on the planet. YouTube videos can be incredibly addicting, as I've experienced, and perhaps you have too. But people respond to video very easily, and they do because solid videos are engaging. Now, here's the big gift from YouTube. YouTube is very happy to allow you to click on the specific video to buy something on that video. Just click the video. It's really cool. But there's a limitation from it. The limitation is that the link must go to your website, not anywhere else. They call it an associated website. Okay, so when you build it out, you got to build it for that associated website. Now, that's a challenge which we'll solve for you today, not to worry. So let's jump over then to the last, OPS, other people's stuff. Actually, we have one more after this. OPS. When you leverage other people's stuff, we're going to work with affiliate offers. Now, affiliate offers are a great way for you to make money. But so many people have a bad taste in their mouth about affiliate marketing. So we need to change the flavor a little bit, right? So I want to have you take just a big change in your mind thinking here, okay? You're going to think of yourself as being Target or Macy's. These are some U.S. companies here, or Harrods, or even your Maserati or Rolls-Royce dealer, okay? I want you to think about your favorite store, even the Apple store, okay? Think about this, okay? Each of these stores sells a bunch of different things. Is it all theirs? No, of course it's not. They are affiliate marketers. Now, they will buy the product in advance and resell it. They do it a bit differently, but they're selling other people's stuff. If it doesn't sell, in many cases, they just send it right back. So it's like a giant consignment deal here, right? So I want to shift your mind a little bit more, and I'm going to ask you a question. I need for you to pop in the chat in a second. So here's the big question, okay? You got to think like these guys, right? So why do you shop at your favorite store? Why do you shop at Macy's, Target, Apple, or wherever? Why do you stay in line outside an Apple store if you do? Or why do other people stay in line in front of the Apple store for hours and hours and hours when the new iPhone, watch, iPad, whatever comes out? Why? Why is it that people do business? Why do you go to your favorite place? Just pop in the chat. What is it? I will wait for you. Why do you think it is? What is it? Prices? Location? No. Selection? Good choice. But not all that. What do you think, you guys? What else? Recommendations? Great. That's good. That's great. Well, I tell you what I'm going to say it is. The customer experience is all of that. It's all the things you said, the engagement, the persistence, recommendations. It's everything. It's when I go walk into Apple, it's a feeling that I'm part of something. It's that I'm a Jedi. That experience is amazing. So you've got to change that mind shift. When you control the customer experience, you win big. And that's a big boom right there. You win absolutely big. So you've got to control that experience. And you'll see how we do that in another minute or two. Last of our pillars is magnetic marketing. It's the customer. It's really an amazing thing to understand. Multiple impressions can increase sales by over 325%. Yeah, it's magnetic. And I want you to think about it this way. If you think you can run just one ad and make a whole bunch of money, no. Not going to happen. When you go to sales training, what they will tell you as a salesperson is that it takes 7 impressions, and that's an impression whether it's a billboard or a radio advertisement or a something that comes in the mail or a postcard or whatever it is, a phone call, 7 impressions before you get a sale made. Most people give up at like 2. Okay, so you've got to take a different way of doing your marketing. This is my friend Marie Forleo. Actually, I'm speaking a little bit, and granted, we took a picture together. I wish she was my friend. She's gorgeous. Marie Forleo has her own TV show now. She's pretty amazing, really cool lady. So I met her, we took a picture together, and then I started looking at her website. Now, she takes a great picture, doesn't she? Marie runs something called B School, and it's designed for women entrepreneurs. She does a great job with it. But what I like about Marie is her website. I love her graphics. I've always liked looking at her site to see what she and her team are doing. It's always cool, and I get some inspiration for what I do when I see what she does. So I'm on her website, and then I go to look for a windsurfer, or kite surfer rather, because I've been doing some kite surfing in Thailand, and I wanted to get my own surfer rather than to rent. Well, wouldn't you know it, she's interested in kite surfing too, because she's following me around and she's even bringing me a cup of coffee. She is adorable that way. But looks like she's still trying to bring me coffee, and there she is again, and there she is again, and there she is again. This time with voodoo hands. Okay, what are we doing here? She's retargeting. She's retargeting. And you've seen this before. You've seen this whenever you travel around the web. You've always like, what's this all about? The power of retargeting is pretty significant. Do you know that the average website conversion rate is a little more than 2%? That means that nearly all the people that visit your site for the first time leave it without doing what you want them to do. That's awful. Okay? Retargeting changes everything. Okay? As an example, the average click-through rate for a display ad is, get a load of this, like it's a fraction of a percent. But the click-through rate for retargeted ads is 10 times that. 10 times. Now, you may think that, 0.7% or whatever is not a lot, but when you're spending a bunch of money on advertising and you're bringing in thousands upon thousands of visitors, oh my God, that's gigantic. That's gigantic, especially when you're improving it by 10%. The power of retargeting is huge, is absolutely huge. Did you know that when it comes to e-commerce, 72% of all people that go to a shopping cart abandon it, they leave. Why do they leave? Well, maybe they don't have the credit card handy. Maybe their baby starts to cry. Maybe the dog is barking. Maybe their boss walks away. Maybe they lost their internet connection. Whatever reason, only 8% come back to buy it. Only 8%. But when you add retargeting, 26% come back. That is a 325% improvement, guys. That's amazing. Retargeting can boost your ad percent response by up to 400%. This is giant. And if you're not doing it, you're losing a gigantic amount of money. But here's the big problem. Unless you own your own website or can control visitor access, the odds are stacked against you. So if you're doing any kind of business with anybody else, sending people to other websites, you've lost them. They're gone. Let me give you a case study on this so you can see what I'm talking about. I call this ignorance is bliss. I want to share with you a buddy of mine who I adore. He's a blog curator. He's doing a fantastic job, but he's throwing his visitors away every single day. Let me jump over there. I'll take you to his website. It's my buddy, Spencer Hawes. Now, I've been showing Spencer's website for many years, and then I finally got to meet him. He's a really cool guy. He's the guy behind Longtail Pro, the SEO software. Well, if you read his blog post, he curates some content over here. In this thing, he has a link to this Matt Cutts website. So if you click the link, look at what happens. Spencer's site goes away, and Web Pro News shows up. Now, what has he done? He's thrown you away. Thrown you away. That is just awful. And are you coming back? Well, guys, probably not. Yeah, you can hit the back button, but you probably found something else on here. So you're probably going ahead and you're probably like gonna click something else. And if you click something else, you're gone again. Not very helpful. Okay. So I'll show you the solution to that in a minute. But what on earth is it costing him? Let's take a look at what the actual cost of this is. Okay, and Marcel, pay close attention to this because this is important for your business. Okay, so let's take a look at the lifetime customer value. I don't know what his customer value is, but let me ask you guys, what's the lifetime customer value for your customers right now? What is the lifetime customer value for the people you're doing business with? What do you think it is? Just give me a number. Let's just play with it. Okay, now I'm telling you that the lifetime customer value better be big. If it's $49, you're losing a ton of money, right? It's got to be significantly better than that. It should be over $1,000. I'd say it should be over $2,000 or $3,000 if you're doing it right. Anybody have any ideas what it is? What it is for you? Well, let's just assume for this example that it's $1,000. And if you're at $1,000, I want you to double that, frankly, or more. So with lifetime customer value of $1,000 and his opt-in rate is 20%, that means that 20 out of every 100 visitors are going to opt in, right? And those that opt in convert at a rate of 5%. So that's one of that 20. So you've got one, not of 20, but one of 20 of 100 people that actually are buying from you, right? 20% and 5%. That becomes just one out of every 100. Well, if the lifetime customer value is $1,000, right? And we're talking about 100 people coming in, and 1% are actually buying. That means the value of every visitor is $10. $10. Okay? So every person that leaves is costing $10 out of your pocket if that's your website. Again, using those numbers, it's probably going to be a lot more than that. How can you afford to lose all that? That's what it is. It's $10 in this example. That's huge. So I got a question for you. What is it worth to fix that? I mean, that is just one heck of a profit leak. You're just blowing stuff up. And I apologize for burning the US dollar, but that was the image I found. Okay, you can put your currency in the picture too. It's the same idea, right? So how do you stop the bleeding? How do you stop the bleeding on that? Well, the answer, to sound very self-serving, is what we call iBoostify SiteWrap. And I'm going to give you a scoop on how that works. In fact, I'll show that to you right now while we're here. But be sure to stick around to the very end because I do have something super special for you when we get to the end. But let me show you what I'm talking about here. You guys ready? And get ready because I want to actually show you how we do it with one of your own websites. So remember we had Spencer Hawes' website over here, Niche Pursuits, with this article. And remember just a couple minutes ago, we threw him away, or he threw us away by sending us to Matt Cutt's website. Well, this is Niche Pursuits again, but notice that it's at iBoostify.com. What we did is we wrapped our branding around Spencer's information, but here's how it's really cool. Not only are they on our website right now, and they would be on your website if we were doing things differently. Look at this here. I'm going to click the same link and look at what happens. That same page, WebPro News, right here, that's gone, but here, they're still at iBoostify.com. They're still on our website. And I can bring them back to what we were by just clicking this button, because I can define that myself. So now I have all this stuff, and I can, and my viewer, my visitor, hasn't left me. They're still here. I still have a chance of selling them something. And I can put that entrance pop-up and that exit pop-up in and start collecting more information, have a conversation with them as well, because they're on my website. They're on my website. For those of you that are in the software business, I mean, gigantic. For example, for Marcel, if you're going to do something with Intercom, you can run Intercom on your own page. And so you can have a conversation with live chat with your visitors without having to throw them away. Pretty cool. Now, if you have a local business, for example, take a look at this place. This is the Cabins of Birch Hollow. Let's just get inside this site. It's one of our clients, and they have a bunch of cabins in the mountains. Now, the problem that they had was people would visit their website and they'd be like, well, that's nice, but what do I do? You know, what's there to do around there? So what they would do is they would send them links to nature centers or preserves or whitewater rafting places or whatever. And they'd look around there and they never come back because they were sent away. Now let's take a look what happens. So let's take a look at, let's look at Ultimate Adventures. So I'll click at Ultimate Adventures and let's go look at kayaking. So when I click on kayaking, we'll look at what happens. We're still at Cabins of Birch Hollow /RRA. And that's her header right there. But Red River Adventures is on her site. It's RRA, Red River Adventures. That's what they got. And you can click around in here. And guess what? You still haven't left Cabins of Birch Hollow. So this is really, really gigantic. So they're able to keep people on their site longer and be the authority because they now have all the things you could possibly want to do in Red River Gorge, Kentucky. Say that 3 times fast, right? So it's really, really, really pretty cool. This is what I'm talking about. You can wrap things like CNN.com. Let's get the latest on what's happening here in the U.S. Okay, tight race in Florida. Let's see what they're saying here. Now we're updating it, and again, we're at iBoostify.com, and we can click with this. So if we want to go look at what Tammy Duckworth did, we can go ahead and we click this button, and we're still within our site. The cool thing is, you could be in here for hours. You could be in here for hours, right? So that's the scoop there. So now let's jump back into our presentation. How many of you got excited about the possibilities of what you can do with your own site, right? But wait till I tell you about my friend Guru Bob. Guru Bob, over the course of a weekend doing a promotion, brought in $24,000 of affiliate commissions in a weekend. He was dancing the happy dance until he realized, by the way, I was with him during this, so I know these numbers are true. During this, don't realize how much money he could lose or was giving away. See, here's what he did. He had a $1,000 product that he was selling that particular weekend. And as I said, I was with him in Chiang Mai, Thailand, watching what he was doing. He was running ads on Facebook and bringing in like every hour, it was just more and more and more stuff. It was pretty amazing. Anyway, with a 50% commission on a $1,000 product, he had earned $24,000 in commissions, which translates into $48,000 of gross sales, right? And that would be then $1,000 a shot. That's 48 sales. Well, poor Guru Bob. Now you're saying, wait a minute, Ken, you made $24,000. What's wrong? But let's dive in a bit deeper. How many leads or clicks does it take to get to 48 sales? Well, with a 1% conversion rate, that would be 4,800. But he was running Facebook ads. They weren't from his own list. He'd be lucky to get 100. He'd really be lucky to even get a 0.5%. So if it was even less than that, he would need more than 9,600 clicks. But let's just say it's 9,600 clicks, and let's go ahead and round it to 10,000 just to keep things easy. So he generated about 10,000 visitors to that affiliate's website. And guess what? He brought it for them, not for him. That's not great. Poor Guru Bob, right? Google has no idea that he even exists. He built zero engagement. He provided zero community, and he has zero Google ranking. Now, what does that mean? It means that he lost tons of revenue. It means that he lost customers probably forever because he ran the advertising. He didn't collect their information, doesn't know who they are. And he has poor website performance stats because he has no stats. My friends, does he have a business? And as far as I'm concerned, the answer is no. He's just a digital sharecropper. All he's doing is driving traffic to somebody else. That is not any way to do it. Without a website, he couldn't use an exit pop-up to build a list, but his JV partner could. So Guru Bob made his JV partner rich. Oh my gosh. Now, ignorance is bliss. See, because Guru Bob's still happy. He made $24,000, but he had no idea what he gave away until, of course, as a good friend, I told him. So what could he have done? Well, we know that retargeting can explode your profits by over 300%. So unless the offer is on your page, though, you can't retarget, which means that you could not retarget any affiliate profits. You'd have to kiss those profits goodbye. Okay? Oh, yeah. Goodbye. Sorry, Lucy. So what if you could have it all, though? What if you could have everything you want? How much money could Guru Bob have really made if he could do all the things that, well, we could have empowered him to do? Well, assuming those 10,000 visitors that he more likely threw away, with an exit pop-up, we would have been able to build a list. Now, how many people would have opted in on a solid pop-up and either entrance or entry pop-up? Well, if you're doing less than 10%, you're not doing well at all. I usually do more than that, but let's just take it at a minimum of 10%, right? So 10% of 10,000 is 1,000 new members you would have generated from that. And guess this, you guys, the valuation of a list is $1 per member per month. Oh yeah, that's $1,000 a month in value, $12,000 a year, just by being able to build in that kind of interest, that kind of list. So the potential retargeting results then get even more exciting. Assuming a 3 times conversion increase, that means that 48 sales would have grown by 3 times to 144 sales. So that's $144,000 gross. It's a $72,000 increase, my friends, in revenue. Remember, he gets half of that money, right? So his new grand total is the initial sales of $24,000, right? Sales from retargeting of $72,000, total income of $96,000, plus the list of 1,000 new members at $12,000 a year. His grand total is $108,000 in just 12 months. I mean, $96,000 just during that weekend, and an annuitized income stream of $12,000 a year over and over and over and over again. Look at the difference. Before SiteWrap, he had 10,000 visitors, 24,000 of income, and $240 a visitor. After using the power of SiteWrap, we're the same 10,000 visitors, but get a load of this: $108,000 plus annuitized money of 12 grand a year and $10.80 per visitor. That's the fun part of all this. So it's a giant solution. Here it is. You can control your visitor access, have them stick to you like glue, and make money like crazy. So how is it possible? How is it possible? Well, it's the marvels of modern technology. Quite frankly, for the past 3 years or so, my team's been working on perfecting this process, and boy, oh boy, is it amazing. And there's so much more coming. We're about to release a new version, which is just incredible. So I want to share the system with you, but I want to warn you, I get really excited about it. So I get enthusiastic. You'll get enthusiastic with me too, but I want you to understand it's because we built it. I mean, this is our stuff, and we're super excited. So let me take you through SiteWrap, and in fact, let me show you exactly how it works. So let me jump over. We're going to do I'll show you how we do it with an affiliate offer. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to promote an affiliate offer with this JV Zoo site right over here. So I'm going to go click the link for what's called Webinar Geo. We promoted this a while ago, and we're going to go over and we're actually going to go ahead and build a wrap. Okay, so we're going to go into my WordPress dashboard right over here, and we'll scroll down to where it says I Boostify, and we'll just click on single wrap. This is really simple. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to take that link and use that link in the wrap. So very simple, we answer a couple of questions. So first of all is, what is the page title? Well, this was Webinar Geo, I think, right? Is that what it was? Webinar Geo, there it is. So it's called Webinar Geo. Okay, there it is. And then the wrapped URL, we want to make sure we do the HTTP, so I'm just going to paste that in right there. And the banner link, what is that? The banner link is what's on the top of the banner over here. This is the link right over here. You can design it any way you want. So we're going to go ahead and just do Boostify/SiteWrap, our sales page. Zoom level, disregard that. That's only for fine tuning. Top image URL for the actual image of the header, like that's this, and that's this over here. Okay, you just leave that alone. That's defaulted. You can change it anytime you want. Image height, background color, you set all that yourself. And then here's a place for all of your retargeting code for Facebook and AdWords and Perfect Audience and AdRoll. Then just quickly click Create Fast Wrap. That's it. Seconds, and you're done. It's super cool. Now just click on the link up here. Let's take a look at how it looks. And there's our header. Once again, here's our branding. And now here's the Webinar Geo website. So guess what? Webinar Geo is now on your page. Now, we didn't populate the entrance or exit pop-up, but we could have easily done that as well. So we would have been able to complete the list build. Okay, now we'll just let our buddy here keep quiet here for the minute. All right, so that's the cool thing. Now, I would like to see whether or not your site will wrap. Just give me a URL, and we'll demo one of your own websites. And I'll tell you, every now and then, somebody will give me a site that won't wrap. So we can see whether or not you can stump our wrapping tool. We see about a 97% or so success rate, but every now and then there's a site that just will not wrap. And if you can't wrap it, you can't wrap it. I will never want to tell you that something is completely fail-safe, because that would be incorrect. Nothing works all the time. So some sites are just not wrappable. You can't wrap YouTube or Amazon, for example. We can wrap Shopify stores to keep your Shopify store on your website. That's really important. If you have pages that you're doing in ClickFunnels, for example, building pages like with ClickFunnels or lead pages, we wrap those all the time. Our sales page is wrapped on ClickFunnels, as a matter of fact. Okay, so you can do all that. And I don't see anybody with a website that they want me to do, so I will pass on the challenge. But I usually ask people, oh, here we go. We got Wendy. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. So Wendy, Brent, is it Wendy, Brent, and Allwood? Is that correct? The N belongs in there, Wendy? I want to make sure we're right on that. If not, that's okay. But let's just do Wendy. We'll call it Wendy. And I'm going to paste in, let's see. There's it. Is that correct? Just want to make sure you got it right. Okay, perfect. Okay. The banner link at the top will bring them back to SiteWrap, to our yeah, that's okay. And then the rest of this we'll leave as defaulted. We'll leave the Facebook pixel code in there defaulted. And that's it. Let's take a look and see how we did. So I have a slow connection over here, but in just a couple seconds, here we are. Let's go click on the link and take a look at Wendy's wrapped page. and we're waiting for Wendy's site, and there we are. Cool. Okay, so there's your whole site, and you look great, Wendy. Great picture of you, right? Isn't this cool? And it looks really nice too. So now we can bounce around. She can still list build. We can find out more on her website. All right. Now you're using a third party site here, or a third party. So you bounced them out to Wendy Brentwood, Allwood. But you could wrap this too, probably on your own thing. Yeah. Wendy says, "Wow, yeah, this is the cool thing." So you can do all this yourself. There's the disclaimer. Okay. So the disclaimer page, you're still staying within the wrap. Okay. So you can go to About Wendy. So Wendy, you're on my website right now. We're still now, and you would just have a different header that's your own. So this is all about Wendy right here. Pretty cool, right? He's like, I love this stuff. It's great. So whoever you're sending people out, you got a blog right over here. All the links in your blog, a resource page is perfect use for this. Okay. So this is there, and your animations are all working and everything. Meanwhile, Google sees people visiting your website because we are visiting your site, and Google sees me on my site for a lot of time. So we get the benefits of all of that. That is super cool, right? So that's how we're running, and that's how we're using SiteWrap to do just great things. Okay, I'll show you something else which is really kind of cool too. If you wanted to run your own sales funnel, you could do that too. We decided that we wanted to do was build sales funnels as well. So get a load of this. We're going to create a funnel, and what will happen is that your wraps will go from one to the other. So you just complete the interview for page one, and then where you have the wrapped return home button. Let me get rid of that page. Here we go. This return home button. This button is defined. So now you're just going to define these funnels, and you go from one to the next page. Whoops. To the next page. You can go 10 deep if you want. So you can have an entire campaign built within SiteWrap from page to page to page. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's absolutely terrific, Billy. Exactly. So let me jump back into the presentation over here so I can give you a couple more things. This, by the way, is My Better Marriage. And I'm forgetting where Elizabeth lives. I think she's just outside of Sydney. But this is her branding at the top, and she wrapped CNN. Here's her branding at the top. She wrapped Marriage Sherpa. Here's her branding again. She wrapped Mort Fortel's site. So you're going to set your own branding over here with your own wrap headers on your website. The whole purpose of it is that it's going to be yours, not mine, but yours. Okay. So what's it worth to you guys to know how visitors behave on your top competitor's website? This is cool. We've developed priceless, is what Tom says. Exactly. Well, here's the thing. We developed some exclusive heat map technology. It's like having an X-ray on your competitor. Yeah. And so here's the thing. We can see exactly where you guys or where visitors are clicking on the website. Once you know that, you can copy and clone and modify how you create your sites based on what other people's sites are doing and what are your own sites doing. So you now have the ability to look on other people's websites and see and that's just really, 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 really powerful. Now, I'm not sure why you guys showed up today, but it may be because you're fed up with struggling on how to make real money online, or maybe it's because you don't want to have to work so hard. But I'll tell you what, maybe it's you're just doing okay and want a bit more freedom, money, time, whatever, as you scale your business up to the next level. Maybe you're looking for a better way to reduce your stress levels, right, and not work so hard, and just have more fun and make life fun again, right? But I hope you get this really one thing, and that's I found the secret to getting faster and easier money in the bank is to work smarter, not harder, so that you can make more money. So I hope you can make the transition from best guess marketer to strategic growth marketer. That's a big difference. So when you implement the SiteWrap system immediately, you make a lot more money faster and easier. That's the key, making it easier. You don't have to work so hard for these people. When you offer SiteWrap to your clients or customers, help them boost their business, you create more money as well. We have a lot of people that want to resell this for us. So the obvious question is, would you like me to help you do this? And I'm saying, yes. Wow. Okay, where's the link? Okay, let me jump in and I'll give you the answer to that as well, okay? Because this is pretty cool. What you can now have is the exact same system that has the power of the big guys, okay? Because this is traditionally has been sold for a lot more. And for people like us, Now, before you get this, I want you to know exactly what it does so you know it's right for you, right? First of all, it will boost visitor time on your site, so Google rankings will skyrocket. You'll see that in a minute. So you won't need to think about SEO any longer if you ever did. It'll make curation pay for you. So all those external links become internal links. So you remain in control of where your people are. So you can build your relationships and sell more stuff. It'll also allow you to multiply the money you make with other people's sites and on YouTube as well. We didn't get too deep into YouTube today, but it'll give you the power that few other people have and allow you to dominate the video side of things too. You'll be able to crush it with affiliate offers. And so you can list build, run campaigns, retargeting campaigns, and just really have the control and the power and certainty that you want. It'll get your links on Facebook, and that gives you a really big head start and lets you be Facebook friendly. So it will send traffic to your page and your content, which makes a lot more sense. How much more money will that make for you? Immediately, right? Just this week once you implement it. That's immediate results. It'll allow you to create wrapped affiliate funnels like I showed you just a couple minutes ago by creating those cascading wrap pages so you can show multiple offers one after the other. And then multiply your effectiveness because you don't have to work so hard to generate the income you want. SiteWrap allows you to stack the benefits so you can retarget, list build, generate better Google stats, and make money like crazy. And then there's the market research, the impossible market research. Guys, we built this technology. Yeah, you can get other people to do heat maps for you. That's no big deal. But can they do heat maps on someone else's website? Not so much. So in our version 2.0, you'll have that fully integrated. And it's very, 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 very cool. Okay, really neat. What it will do for you is help you make a bigger impact, build your tribe faster, which then allows you to really connect with and help more people as you make more money at the same time. You'll be able to win affiliate prizes, get on leaderboards. And by the way, when you get on a leaderboard, lots of things happen because now you have authority. I'm getting phone calls from people that see me on leaderboards and they're like, could you work with us? Could we promote together? Sure, if you have the right thing. So you're working smarter, not harder. Okay. Bottom line is this was built specifically for you. And when John heard about it, he's like, oh my gosh, you guys have to hear about it. So thank you for that, John. So let's get started together. When you put SiteWrap to use today, okay, you'll be able to really get some immediate results. Aileen Bounty from the UK, she set it up on a brand new website and it showed time on site of 29 minutes. And you actually can hear her exclaim with shock and surprise on one of our user meetup groups because we actually meet with our clients twice a month. And we go over exactly what their progress is and what they want to do and build their business. And it's all part of the game because we want to make sure you're successful. Now, other similar systems have been priced at $7,500 and more, but you won't pay even close to that. This is our web pricing right now. It's $29.99 and $49 a month for our 3 tiers, but you're going to get a significantly better deal than that because you're with us today. And I can go on and on through our testimonials because we've got so many people that absolutely love us. Kirsten Plotkin, I can't even speak right now, says the most amazing product he's ever had. And I mean, people love SiteWrap. And Wendy just here today is with us is like, wow. Virginia Parsons, she's the hangoutmentor.com. She's using it with Webinar Jam and loves this software. So what would it mean for you? And what would change in your life if you suddenly had a thriving business that threw off massive extra cash for you every day, every week, every month? What would it feel like, right? I mean, just amazing. And I want you to have that. People tell me that this blows away the typical novice internet marketer model, and it does. It totally does. Now, old habits, they die hard. Just because you've been doing things for so many years in a certain way doesn't make it, the best way. You know, I think the only constant is change. We've got to do that and do that well so that we can move forward in our business. But guys, this is not for everybody. You actually, like I said earlier, you got to do something. And by the way, if it's important to you, you will find a way or you'll find an excuse. It comes right down to that. I'm meeting with a buddy of mine over the next few days in a mastermind environment, and he's created multiple 7-figure internet companies and sold them for just massive amounts of money. And excuses don't work for him. It's all about results. So you're going to be thrilled when you see just what your results will be and who this works for. I mean, guys, this works for people just starting their business or expanding their business, people that are frustrated with their progress, and people that want to diversify their income stream. Because when you implement SiteWrap on your website, you are years ahead of the curve and years ahead of the pack. This is gigantic. Now, when I put it together, I had a couple choices. I could have made it mass market and go super cheap and bring in hundreds of thousands of people using it. Well, maybe hundreds of thousands, let's say tens of thousands, right? But it wouldn't have incentivized me to really dive deep and help people more in a more deep fashion. And I want to get intimate with helping you in your results. So we went to the second option, which was really providing more quality. And it does involve a bit of a higher price, but in exchange, I can devote more resources to help you with your success. And it also allows me to work with people and really choose audiences that I want, which is a lot more fun. So I created something super special for you because of your relationship with John and because of your relationship with us. And really, it'll help you position yourself as the authority. Because frankly, people follow the leader. And so, by the way, you get paid for that whole purpose because there's nothing else like SiteWrap. You are going to be the one that changes the way the world works. And people, when they see what you're doing, will be calling and saying, "What'd you do? How'd you do that?" And when you refer people, you get paid for it. So that's something else to talk about in a minute. Anyway, so here's what you're going to get when you join us today. You're going to get a full year of SiteWrap software, a full year of single service for one of your websites. You'll be able to get any of the JV Zoo links you are using to work on Facebook. You'll increase your time on site. And it creates a love fest with Google. And that's just for starters. So you're going to get all that. It's a $348 value. You're getting that today, as well as all the enhancements and improvements that we're doing and upgrades to the software over the next year. And by the way, you're going to get access to our new version 2.0, which should be out in a few weeks, and then our cloud version, which will be out in a few months. So you'll be able to use it not just on WordPress, but on every other website out there, or every other type of website out there, rather, in a few months. We're really excited about that for you. You're also going to get our twice monthly software implementation sessions. I call them user meetups. Because what we do is we meet twice a month, as I said, and the times vary based upon when I'm traveling. But because I live in Bangkok and because most of you are in Australia right now, what that means is that we're going to do it at a time convenient to us. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that when you're setting up your schedule for your company, that you're working on a time that's convenient. Now, when I travel, sometimes it becomes a bit dicey, but it's generally a time that's going to work very well for you. If you cannot make our live calls, not to worry, I put all of them in our members area. So that way you can have the benefit of all of the recordings as well. And that's full access to that. So you're also going to get the full year of SiteWrap access, the upgrades and enhancements, and the implementation sessions. That's a total value of nearly $3,000, but today it's just $497. But don't stop there. We have a lot more coming for you. Okay. The support level that we have is just fantastic. We monitor our support regularly. We try to give you the best possible service that we can do. I mean, it's like concierge service. Tim Bennett says best support ever. Ida loves this as well. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Okay. But you're going to get thousands of dollars in bonuses. Okay. The first one is something that we're creating very specially. We just defined it a few days ago. We're calling it the Boostify Your Business Mastermind. And we've got Paul Counts, Gina Gadio-Graves, my friend Jason Drone, my friend Laura Betterly, who you saw earlier, Eric Lofholm, and that's me next to Laura. We're going to do a six sessions of this masterclass. It's a $997 value, and here's what you're going to learn. And again, these are the top leaders in the online community. The masterclass is this. You can learn how to create the ultimate sales script and win clients, both online and offline. You're going to learn how to sell info products as you position yourself as an authority, how to generate more leads than you can handle. And oh yes, we have some people that know their stuff. I mean, it's amazing. You're going to learn how to master the art of social media so you can generate more money faster. I'll take care of you for that, Wendy. Just sit tight. I got you covered. Okay. How to use the power and influence for webinars to increase your leverage, and so much more. And then also, we're going to teach you how to sell SiteWrap to new and existing clients that you may already have, because you're going to love it so much you're going to tell your friends about it. You're also going to get the Analytics Masterclass. And the Analytics Masterclass is taught by my friend Gina Gadio-Graves and I want you to go through that immediately. I do. And the reason is this. You need to understand what the numbers mean. Now, we're going to be having an integrated analytics area within SiteWrap, so you'll be able to see what each of your pages is doing. So you don't have to go into Google Analytics for that. But the Analytics Masterclass is it's about 2.5 hours of Gina and I. I want you to look at that right away, because that's going to really help you a lot. Okay. Then for the first 10 of you, you'll have access to a one-on-one conversion strategy session. You'll be able to book that right away. And that's $1,000 value. That's for the first 10 people that join us today. All right. So here's what you're going to get right now. Just kind of summarize it. Full year of SiteWrap, all upgrades and enhancements, the 2 monthly software implementation sessions. That's our user meetup. The Boostify Your Business Masterclass, the Analytics Masterclass, the Conversion Strategy Session for the first 10 of you. It's a $5,000 value. You're getting it for just $497 today. And the link for that is iboostify.com/SiteWrap. So let me just put that in the chat for you so you can just click on a link. 1 second here. Whoops. If I spelled it right, it'll be helpful for you, right? .com/wrap it. I said SiteWrap, didn't I? The actual link is wrap it. Okay, if you go to SiteWrap, you're not going to, let me make sure I gave this to you properly here. iBoostify, I'll put it in properly again, www.iboostify.com/RURAPIT. There you go. Okay, so when you get there, I'll show you the page in just a second because there's some surprises, and Wendy, you'll be very happy when you see what the surprises are there for you. Okay. Anyway, if you're making the annual income that we've been talking about here, it's kind of the money that Guru Bob made. Would it be worth investing $497 today if you had the money? And the answer to that is kind of a giant duh, right? Of course. Okay. So what that means is you want it no matter what. Price is not the object. It's really the results that you want. Because if all it did was help you get your links on Facebook, so you could run offers that your competitors only dream about, would it be worth it? Well, obviously, right? If it got people to stay on your website longer so they got to know you better and they would buy more from you, right? Well, would that be worth it? Yeah, of course, right? If all it did was gave you the detailed information on what your competition's doing so that it would unlock how you can make more money on your website, would that be worth it? Or if you could retarget offers that aren't even on your website so you could triple your sales, would that be worth it for you? Right? I mean, it's just amazing. Guys, what if they gave you a new way to serve your clients so you could boostify their monthly income? Would it be worth it? And then what if it allowed you to retain the visitors on your site so you could stop losing money every day like other people are and make more money, right? Would it be worth it? Of course it would. Guys, bottom line is this. How much money have you paid on your online education so far? Easy for me to say, right? Well, the bottom line, it's a lot of money. We know that, right? What's the return for you over how many years? Are you getting money back from that? Probably not. We know that 80% of people are unhappy with what they've been doing. So it's time to make a change. It's time to leverage that education and training. And so you can see why it's a great deal at $497. But because you're special, I'm adding even more value. Whoops. As a bonus, you're going to qualify to join our partner license program. That's a $2,000 value. You cannot be part of our program unless you are a client. And so we're giving you the ability to sell our high-end stuff as well. We have new things that we're coming out with on the high-end way. We have some integrations and joint ventures with people that have expensive products that we market exclusively in certain fashions for them. So you'll have access to what we do. It's going to be some of that's some significant recurring income. You'll have that as well. And as you're going to earn commissions of $2,000, $4,000, $6,000 or more dollars recurring per client. So that's really kind of cool. And then another crazy bonus. When you join within the next 24 hours, I will throw in 2 customized wrapped headers. That's a $97 value. Just send us your logo and your web address, and then give us something that will help us match your branding. So that way we can create the wrapped headers just for you. Okay, and these are some of the ones that we've done for other people. Okay, so do that. If you go to iboostify.com/wrap it. And so kind of summarize what you're getting: the full year of SiteWrap access, the upgrades and enhancements, the 2 monthly software implementation sessions, the masterclass on boostifying your business. This one's going to, like I said, will be live. If you can't make it, it'll be recorded and it'll be available evergreen for other clients. You guys just get it because it's brand new and you'll be able to actually have it live. The conversion strategy sessions for the first 10, wrapped headers, the partner license program, and the total value of that is $7,149. Now, guys, this is not for everybody, okay? Plain and simple. It's not for everybody. It's not for Joe Average, that's for sure, okay? We only really want you to be a superstar, right? A superhero, because you are a superhero. So we want you to be there. So get started for the $497 today. It's iboostify.com/wrap it. And just to be clear, this is a completely safe decision. If you don't think it's the best investment you've ever made, let us know within 30 days. We'll give you your money back. I mean, we're here for the long term. We're here for a long-term relationship. We want you completely satisfied. Second guarantee. If you do put it to work, as we've talked about, and you don't like your results, if they're not great, we'll refund your money. Just give it an honest try for 30 days, okay? So that's covered. Bottom line is, if you're not happy, let us know. You got your money back. 30 days, No questions. Okay. Well, actually, we will ask you a question. How can we make it better? How can we serve you better? Because that's our objective, is to serve you and take care of you. Now you got two choices. First option is to do nothing and not take the leap of faith. And the decision to do nothing is the decision to stay where you are. And we don't want you to stay where you are in that level of unhappiness that you mentioned earlier. We want you to do much better. The better option is to invest in yourself with a small investment right now compared to the huge value you'll get in return, and just give it a shot. And if you're not happy about it, let us know. We'll get your money back. It's just really, really simple. Now, I'll skip through this because most of you are not in the U.S., but PayPal will allow financing if you are in the U.S. It's not going to work for you if you're in Australia, so I'll skip right past this. So get started right now for $497. You get everything you're seeing right over here. Go to iboostify.com/wrap it. So the thing is, you guys, in fact, let me show you what happens when you get to the website. Okay, so when you get to the page, let me just close that out. Inside our members area, once you join us, you'll, by the way, we'll be setting up manually. So you'll be getting an email, and then within about 12 hours, you'll be getting your links to actually start installing it. You'll get a video from me from my pool in Bangkok. You'll download the software here. You can do that right now, and then your credentials will be set up for you. Okay, that's here. Your bonuses will be located on this tab over here. All right, and then your meetup sessions. We have a slow connection. It's not getting me over there. Here we go. So your bonuses are all in here, right? And then the user meetup sessions, we record everything and we keep them all in this section over here. So you'll have all the access right there. And what we're doing these lately is we're doing sessions. My friend Wolfie Hopbauer from Melbourne was doing a session on reputation marketing. Really good session. And we did a session the other week on offers and copy and so on. So you'll get a lot of extra training and support at our user meetups. Let me just, I got to take you through the surprise first so I can make sure Wendy's happy. So where's my presentation? Here we go. Okay, so I got one more thing, and this is for you, Wendy. When you join us right now, for the first 10 people within the next 30 minutes, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow it up by 5 times. I'm going to give you a full 5-site license upgrade. So it's 5 sites, not one, but 5 sites for the $497. It's a $588 value. Wendy says she's in. Wow, you beat me to it. So you saw the surprise on the page. Congratulations, Wendy. Excellent. So here's what you're going to get. Wendy's got all this. Wendy's got all of this. In fact, I'll take you. You know what? Let's take you right to the page. So for the rest of you that haven't gotten there before, Wendy has. Congratulations, Wendy. So you're going to see this page. And you have a few days to avail yourself of the offer, but there are things that are expiring before then. So you're going to get a full year of SiteWrap, all the upgrades, the software implementation sessions, which are really cool. The next one is next Monday. Actually, it'll be Tuesday morning for us on your side of the world, on my side of the world when I get back home to Bangkok. You get the masterclass. We'll be giving you instructions on when the first class will start. It should be in a couple of weeks. We're just nailing down the schedule, but this is all brand new. I mean, we're building this for you. The analytics masterclass, that's in the members area for you already. The strategy session will get you the link so you can get that scheduled. My partner Gina Gadio-Graves will be doing that with you. The partner license program, custom wrap headers, that's 24 hours. So I know Wendy, you already got that. Looks like Tom, you've got that too. Welcome. Congratulations. Cindy says she's in. So congratulations. So you guys got that. The 5-site license upgrade for the first 10 people. So it looks like I got 3 of them already gone. It's for the next 30 minutes only. Okay. And the time will go on in just a couple of minutes here. Total value $7,389. You're saving nearly $7,000. It's yours for $497. Now, this is going to be your single payment button. Over here, you have 2 buttons like this. There's our guarantee language. Disregard the PayPal credit if you're outside the US, so I'll skip right through that. If you need to do payments, we can offer you a 2-payment plan as well. But you will pay more for that. It's a much better deal for you to do the single pay. But we give you that option because we can't help everybody with PayPal credit, of course. So that's your page. Then once you click the button, just so you see, you don't need to use PayPal if you don't want to. So I will click the button just so you can see how it goes. It's not the best user interface, but it's what they have offered. But you'll see right over here, here's the $497. Click below and you'll see that it says 5-site license right there. Okay, so it's everything that you want. And then if you have a PayPal, great. If you don't want to use that, you can use your debit or credit card right there. So either way, you're covered. Pretty simple. All right, just not normally the type of thing you're used to seeing. So I wanted to walk you through that so you do see that. Okay. So all the things here, as I said, you'll see that it's all today for just $4.97. Congratulations, and we'll open up to questions in a second. Let me just take you right over here. The slides for the workshop, I have not posted those yet, but for those of you that wanted that something extra, that was a surprise, they'll be at the bottom of that sales page. So at the bottom of iboostify.com/wrap it, we'll be posting the slides for the workshop for you there, so you can download them at your leisure. That's what I want to make sure you had. So you guys watch the entire presentation, and you want to maximize your marketing and build your business. This is so exciting, and you know this is an excellent value. So you want to take advantage of the outstanding discount that I've given you now, and the amazing bonuses and the fast action bonuses that are so worth it, and the double your love it guarantee. So go to iboostify.com/wrap it right now, because the timer is about to start. Because if you want to make your marketing tons more effective, okay, and get the freedom and confidence you deserve, and build an active list fast, and use retargeting on products that aren't yours, and win with Google without even trying, and then have that freedom and confidence you deserve, this is definitely for you. Remember, the best opportunity is always right now, and certainly for those of you that are early adopters. Let's see, Cindy is in as well, so congratulations to you guys. So order now, take advantage of the best savings option, full year of SiteWrap, not just for one, but for 5 of your sites. You're going to get the sales training. You're going to get the thousands in bonuses. Just one easy payment of $4.97. iboostify.com/wrap it. It takes just a couple minutes to get installed, and you'll be up and running. And normally there would be an automatic setup for this, but because I changed a few things around and just this offer is brand new for you guys. We set it all up. So to that degree, we want to make sure that we're going to take care of it manually for you. So here it is. It's all there right now. The timer is going to start. Whoa, hang on. I did something dumb. Let's go back and fix this. Let's get to this slide, and I get the timer started for you guys over here. And wrong page. There we are. I love technology. Here we go. And let me just go ahead and start. There it is. So now we're starting the timer. Okay. And do I have this? Here we go. So that's it. If you just go to iboostify.com / where it is, wrap it right there. So I'm going to open up to questions because I'm sure some of you have some questions. I know, Wendy, you may have some questions. You're in. Congratulations. I'm super excited for you. You're going to love this. I tell you, I've been wrapping for 3 years now. And granted, it's our software company. I've got a lot of money of my own invested in this and building the software out. But I never cease to get amazed and be tickled at doing these things. So just pop in the chat. Anybody that's got questions, I'm happy to answer them with you right now. Because, well, we're here, and that's what it's all about. And for those of you that are still kind of thinking, what should I do, or trying to find the right credit card, we're just over 29 minutes left, and then when it hits 0, that fast action bonus of the 5 times website is going to be gone. So I want to apologize for that right now, okay? For those of you that are watching on a recording, it is probably not available to you on the recording. John may be wanting to talk to me about something. There may be something special that we do, but I would say if you see it on the webpage, then it's available. But if it's not, I'm sorry you missed it. It's that simple, and we have to go in and we have to make those physical changes. So if there are questions, Wendy, if you have any questions, is there any prep I can do prior to the strategy session? No, not really. Before the strategy session, you may get a series of questions from Gina, but we really want to get a handle about what you're doing and what your business is. What is your business? I think we wrapped it was the music site. So is it primarily music training? If I can go back to your page over here. Let's see, what is it? Where are you? Is this, that's this webinar Geo. Where's your site? Here we go. So it's music school success. So are you teaching people how to make their music schools more profitable? Or are you teaching, what makes you a new teacher? This is for music schools then, right? This is cool. This is very cool. So yeah, we just want to know what you're doing, so that way we can help craft some solutions for you to double, triple, quadruple your, I like the L here in your school. It's cute. So there's no real big prep to do. WordPress, by the way, is going to be super easy for you to use. Most of you have your business on WordPress already anyway. And wrapping, as I showed you, is really super easy. Understand that, too, that we do have, in our user meetups, you guys are not muted. You're not muted. So, and thank you, from Marcella. I appreciate that a lot. That's great. what was I saying here? The, um, the user meetups, it's really designed to be a Q&A. It's all open mic. I unmute everybody. And it's Q&A. And some meetings are short, some meetings are long. And frankly, nothing's off the table. I mean, it's really all about serving you. Sometimes we don't even talk about SiteWrap because people have questions about other parts of their business. The idea is to help you build. So I don't have affiliates set up. Several sites. Site that's coaching music schools. I have a music school site, which you need to get students. And music. Okay, great. The music teacher directory site. This will be perfect for you. Think about this for a second. On the music teacher directory site, let's go back to Cabins of Birch Hollow. Isn't that what this is? It's a directory of things you can do within Kentucky here, right? So we can go back up here and go back to her main site to where she was at Adventure Fun. Now we can go. We can go to hiking, let's say, or let's go swim. I'd rather go swimming. So here's stuff for swimming. Let's go to Natural Bridge State Park. And so from a directory standpoint, it's huge, right? So yeah. So let's look at Book My Music. So I'm just curious. So there's that. Let's take a look at your site over here. Let's go over here. Whoops. Hang on. Did it wrong. Book My Music school site. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Maria. Let's see. So Book My Music lessons. I just got a little bit of a slow thing. Okay. Let's see. Boy, we are slow tonight. Here we go. Okay, great. So Book My Music lesson. I like your logo. That's cool. So as you pick a teacher, structure it where you can do a wrap for each of the teachers so that you keep them on the site. So don't send them over anywhere else. Now you've got like Dave's Music School here, right? So there's Dave's Music School, and you could wrap that. And you've done some of it. Okay. Oh, I know what you're using. You're using WPLMS, aren't you? Your theme is WPLMS, isn't it? It looks very familiar. We've used it too. Obviously we've used it too. You can tell. Yeah, this is cool. So yeah, you can completely wrap that as well. So cool. I think you'll have fun with it. I think you'll absolutely have fun with it. Congratulations. That's great. I like what you're doing. I think it's terrific. Other questions? Yeah, so SiteWrap will not wrap everything. It wraps most things, but it won't wrap everything. Oh, here's the other question. I missed this from before. Is it legal? Answer is we know of nothing that would be illegal about it. We've run it by a number of different attorneys. Here's why. Because you're not changing anything. When you're in Cabins of Birch Hollow, for example, this site is somebody else's website. We're not touching this site. We're just putting it exactly as it is. So what we're doing is we're promoting someone else's business, and they're getting a promotion for no charge. So it's a really big deal for them, right? So you're saving them money. You're doing free marketing for them. They get all the benefit from it. So it's a really, really cool thing. So no, you're not doing anything wrong. In fact, you're doing something very right for those people, which is super cool. So yeah, congratulations. That's great. So that answers that. Anything else I can answer for you guys? I want to make sure I get everybody covered. I want to value your time and close this up. So I'll put the link back in the chat again. In fact, let me head back over to the PowerPoint to our timer. There we go. Let's see what we got for time now. 27 minutes left, and the counter is ticking, you guys, for those of you that are not there. Okay, John Dell is in. Congratulations. Good. Welcome aboard, sir. Let me, what was I doing? I was going to go show you something. I guess not. I thought it was something I was going to do. I was going to show you, but I think I've forgotten. So my apologies for that. I keep messing that up. Let's go back to the. Here we go, and I'll just go bring it back. Here we go. Alrighty, there we go. Oh wow! I just lost the timer. I lost the page and the timer went. Oh my goodness! Let's see if I can. Yeah, let's bring it there. There we go. I can do it that way. That works. Okay, great. Okay, so if there's no other questions, I'm going to let you guys get back to your day. Welcome aboard for those of you, Wendy and John Dell, and I'm losing people's things here. But yeah, I think we're all good. I know there was something else I was supposed to answer, but I can't find it. Wendy, a pleasure. Welcome aboard. Look for your email. You'll see that within the next, let's say, 12 hours or so with all your welcome stuff. Because again, as I said, we disconnected the automation part of this, so we've got to manually get you set up. So give us a few hours with which to get that done, and you're ready to rock and roll. So everybody, thank you again for joining us. I appreciate your being here, and looking forward to seeing you at our next user meetup and serving you, and let's have some fun wrapping together. You guys have an amazing, amazing day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. And by the way, remember, timer's kicking down, so you got to make sure you get your sites in place to get wrapped, and we'll take good care of you. Thanks again, everybody. I'll keep this page open for the next 24 minutes, so that way that gives everyone a chance to get in and get it done, so you can get all the bonuses. I want everyone to have everything. There we go. Thanks, all.